Hi everyone, Swez here. Guys, I know I've been missing here on YouTube. Haven't been shooting a lot of videos lately. I was a little bit busy and with work, and That's why I'm doing this video. Also, it's not like I'm saying I was busy with work, so I wasn't showing enough videos. But yeah, so this video I just want to talk about what I do in terms of like my career. So I work in procurement. So why I'm doing this video is because most of the times with what I share on my social media platforms, people mistaken me for an HR or human resources or well, recruitment, just something like that. Because I mean that's what I share about. I mean I wouldn't fault people if they thought if they think actually not if they think that I work in that field, I wouldn't have any problems with that. But I'm okay with it. So today I just want to talk about what I do on the side, like my day-to-day job, and what I do, like what I'm doing here, like to do with jobs and everything, and how I got myself into doing what I do in terms of like sharing content to do with recruitment, our CVs, cover letters, and everything. So quickly, let me talk about procurement. So when I tell people that, when they ask me, let's say, oh, so what job do you do? Like, where are you working? I say, oh, I'm working with NHS. I'm working in the procurement department. So someone say like, what do you do? And then I have to explain. Like you are also asking me, what do I do? So I'll explain it to you. Other people are like, oh, so we're working in programming. And I'm like, but I said procurement, not programming. So they're like, but what's procurement? So I always have to explain this to people. Sometimes I don't. It's like I just tell people like I'm working in a certain department that we talk about, that we do buying and everything. I really don't have to talk about procurement because not like many people don't know it, but many people don't know it. But anyway, so what is procurement all about? So another word for procurement is purchasing, or in general sense, buying. So everyone is a procurer, I would say. Everyone is a buyer, everyone is a purchaser. Everyone goes to the shop, you go to the grocery store, you buy something, you've just procured something, you've just purchased something. But yeah, that's just in general sense, yeah. But now if you take it like career wise, it's a little bit broad. You just don't look at buying items, just don't look at like, oh, this is what we bought. There's just a lot that is involved with procurement. So there's uh, contract management, there's tendering, there's disposal of assets or disposal of let me just say assets, and service level agreements. You have framework agreements. We have just a lot of things. And I wouldn't do this video to kind of like exhaust everything that is to do with procurement, because there's just a lot that is done with procurement itself. But the main reason why I was doing this video is just to explain to those that are aspiring to do procurement, like they should just get to understand. So it's really just in I would say in principle, it's simply acquisition of items or acquisition of services, resources from suppliers into your organization. But there's a lot that happens. It's not like you just wake up and say we're going to buy ABCD from supplier XYZ. It's in our organization, we're done. No, there's a lot of planning that not only planning, there's a lot of strategic planning that goes into it. There's a lot of whole life costing. Guys, I mean, guys, feels like I'm in class now, yeah? Feels like I'm giving a lecture. But no. So yeah, we look at whole life costing, we look at residual value of items as they go to the end. Oh, it's just a lot, guys. So we do a lot in terms of procurement, and some of the terms that we normally use in procurement to talk about supply chain. It's a little bit broader than procurement because we find procurement in it. Then we have logistics. Now the logistics and supply chain debate is not the focus of this video, because some people say, oh, logistics is bigger than supply chain, and some people say supply chain is bigger than logistics. That's a story for another day. Maybe I should start a channel talking about procurement and logistics and supply chain and whatnot. Maybe I'll see. I'll look into it. But anyway, so that's what procurement is all about: acquisition or contract management, talking to suppliers and everything. So let me just quickly talk about like the education that you need for you to find yourself to be in procurement. I'll be honest to say some have done accounting, they work in procurement, it works well. Some have done surprisingly, some have done HR and they do procurement. It does work. Some have done administration, business administration, they work in procurement, it does work. But we have courses that are specific for procurement. So we have, I'd say, a board or an authority known as Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply. And guys, this video is not sponsored by them. I'm just talking about, I mean, I'm just talking about it. Yeah, so it's more like SCCA for accountants or CIMA for management accountants. So we have like what we call Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply. So that's CIPS, and that is from the UK. And I think I'll say it's predominant in, I'll say in Africa, but in America they also have their own. I think I've just forgotten the name. Is it Institute of Supply Chain? And I think so. So, but for most of us in Africa, to be honest, we know about CIPS, yeah, because I mean it's all over. If you're talking about procurement or supply chain, so that's the first thing that I'll talk about. And in Malawi, we also have like a degree that is offered at no, I want to say Unima Polytechnic, but Mobas now. So it's known as Bachelor of Science in Procurement and Logistics Management. Then we also have, I think, one at Exploits. We also have one at Pentecostal Life University. I think so. Yeah, I think that's what I know. I think, but you can just be able to search online. You'll be able to find. And then master's program. Most of the master's program are not procurement or logistics. Most of them are either supply chain and logistics or logistics and supply chain. But you can hardly find just procurement. I know I've seen one, two, or three, but you just don't get to find them. Now, let me talk a little bit about why I do what I do. Like talking about CVs, talking about cover letters, talking about all what I talk about here. Why don't I just talk about procurement? Because to be honest, career building is not just only limited to procurement. It's just broad. So I just can't limit myself to say, if you want to grow in your career, do procurement. That's why I just share general knowledge for everyone else. Now, when I was studying my master's at NTU, they had what they called the employer. They still have, not like they had, and then they don't. They have what they call employability team. So this team is just making sure that once you're done with your studies, you are employable when you go into the market. Yeah, they're trying to build your skills, employability skills. I'd say they're trying to make sure that you have a good CV, you have a good LinkedIn profile, and everything. So when I got to learn about this, I made sure that I attended every single session to do with employability. I just wanted to know about everything that once I'm done with school, I really want to be employed as quick as I can. So I entered every single class that I could find. Every single class that I could find, I entered. And to be honest, I learned a lot. Now, I thought to myself, should I just keep this to myself? I was like, no, might as well share with people because many people may not know what you know. You may think it's basic because I mean I've gone to school, I've learned about it, and then you think like, oh, everyone knows this, but that's not the case. Yeah. So that's why I share what I share. And so I'm in procurement, like my day-to-day job. I said the career that brings food on my table, and then I'm in career development, career coaching, career consulting. It also brings food on my table, though. I yeah, it really does. It also does bring food, or it brings. I get some money out of this. When you guys send me a CV for me to revamp it, you guys pay me, yeah. So that's some money that I also get to make out of this. I mean, I would like to do it for free, but guys, if I get 100 CVs, I mean, I'll not even go do my procurement job or just be doing CVs. That's why I need a little, should I say, incentive or a little motivation or something like that. No, but anyway, so that's it. That's why I find myself doing what I do. And yeah, so if you'd like to learn more a little bit about procurement, about supply chain, about logistics, just ping me a message on any of my social media platforms. I'll make sure I get back to you as quick as I can. Sometimes I may take time because I may get a little more messages, but I'll make sure that I get back to you, and then I can coach you in terms of procurement or supply chain on how, yeah, you can be able to get yourself good at this whole thing. Yeah, because I've been doing it a little while. Let me just also sell my business, guys. I have a supply chain and I have a procurement, logistics, supply chain consulting firm in Malawi. Guys, if you know any other individual that is looking for uh, procurement services, supply chain services, just holler at me. I'll make sure that you get the good services. Have like good links with people back home, and yeah. So the name of the company is known as Progile Consult. I haven't done a lot of work with it, but it's there, and yeah. If you have any other work to do with procurement, supply chain, like consultancy services, just let me know, and then I'll be at your service. Hope you find this video helpful. If you If you did, you might want to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and just share this with your friends and your mates and your colleagues and acquaintances and your family and friends. Guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.